Well, no surprise here. The Republican Party has let us all down yet again with their inability to impeach Mayorkas. You know, the man who was supposed to be securing our border and protecting America, the homeland. We cannot, which just so happens to be the complete opposite of what the man is doing, as millions upon millions upon millions of these illegal immigrants are coming into the country unvetted. Well, I believe I have the answer as to why they are allowing this and not impeaching the guy. Not only that, but I've got a bombshell warning from Dr. Phil, and 37,000 have been arrested, and you won't believe, well, all the details surrounding that. As a quick reminder, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. You are not going to want to miss the things that I am talking about because the mainstream media isn't telling you the truth. So hit that subscribe button, go all the way up, and make sure you check the bell. Otherwise, YouTube may not send you the information. But with that, let's dive into first what the hell is going on with our rhino Republicans and, well, Mr. Mayorkas. Take a look at this article on Breitbart.com. And this is headline: House fails to impeach Mayorkas. Dun, dun, dun. And in fact, 3 Republicans went along with the Democrats on this. And it goes on to say that Representative Ken Buck and Tom McClintock announced before they would vote against impeachment. They were joined by Representative Mike Gallagher in voting with unified Democrats. All 3 of these Republicans should be immediately voted off. If they are in your state and part of your voting bank, I would highly encourage you, get them off the ballot, because the fact that they did this says a lot about their character. But here's the bottom line. And I'm going to be very blunt with you guys because I've got some shocking information to show you regarding these arrests and Dr. Phil. But I believe that they are doing this, number one, because they're rhinos, which means Republican in name only, so they're Democrats in disguise. The bad news is we don't have no Republicans in disguise as Democrats. It seems that we're all basically one big Democrat communist uniparty. The second thing here that is going on is, as many of you know, I have been following in detail the dealings with Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Burisma, the Communist Party, the payments, the checks. We've got the receipts, we've got the payments, and there is not a question, at least in my mind, that it is possible that our president, even at the executive office, not to mention his son and family, could be compromised by the CCP. This is why I think we had a balloon floating over our country, a Chinese balloon that, took forever before they shot it down, that actually went over a military base. And the Biden administration just looks the other way. Maybe that's the same reason why they are just looking the other way with Mayorkas. And I say that because right now, do you know what the fastest growing group crossing the border is? Well, take a look at this article. This was on 60 Minutes, right? And this is on CBS News. Chinese migrants are the fastest growing group crossing from Mexico into the United States at the southern border. It's interesting now with Mayorkas there, who answers to Joe Biden, that we have an unusual influx coming from China into the United States of America. And you know what's the kicker here? It's really hard to get out of China. Did you know that in China right now, you have to have a certain social credit score in order to get on a plane or get on a bus or get on a train and travel, to send your kids to prime schools, to date cool women even. And somehow there's this mass influx, and it's leaving a lot of questions in people's mind. So maybe our Republicans, rhinos in name only, are compromised at will. I've got a question. Is there blackmail going on? Are they being lobbied? What on earth is going on that they don't want to impeach the guy who is, shall we say, single-handedly preventing people from securing and properly vetting people who are coming in at our border? We're not talking about small numbers here. In fact, the amount of people that have came in under the Biden administration even are higher than some of our states, the population of some of our states here in the United States of America. In fact, and this is a report that I really want you to think about, because we could potentially go to war with China. I hate this. I don't want to go to war. I don't want to be entangled in any kind of war, especially with a nuclear country. We've got tensions right now with Taiwan. If China decides to invade Taiwan, we could be looking at World War III and tensions with China. Well, did you know that 37,000, numbers we haven't seen before from this type of migration, 37,000 Chinese nationalists have been arrested at our border. Take a look, and this is at American Military News. 37,000 Chinese nationalists arrested at U.S.-Mexico border in 2023, according to a report. It goes on. This report claims the fastest growing group of illegal immigrants entering the U.S. along the southern border is from China, with roughly 37,000 Chinese nationalists reportedly apprehended at the border last year alone. According to the data provided by the DOJ, 55% of Chinese immigrants were granted asylum in 2023, compared with 14% for immigrants of other nationalities. That's massive. It goes on. CBS News reporters recently witnessed large group of Chinese migrants entering the United States through a 4-foot gap in border fencing near San Diego, California. Over a 4-day period, CBS News witnessed roughly 600 illegal immigrants from around the world crossing through the 4-foot gap in border fence, with a high percentage of the illegal immigrants coming from China. Now, they claim that the reason that these Chinese immigrants are coming in is because of that 4-foot gap that has opened up. And not only that, but they also claim that they're coming in to get away from the policies and rules and regulations that are happening right now in China. That is the claim. But like I said, it's really hard to get out of China, right? And many of these people are military-aged men, and we could be looking at war with the country. Well, Dr. Phil has his own assessment of what's going on. And I'm going to throw up this report, and this came out on Fox News. He actually did an interview with Sean Hannity, but here it is. It says, Dr. Phil admits different treatment of migrants at border shocked him. Just insane. But this is not his shocking statement, right? He goes on to warn and state this. He says, Americans should be concerned about the influx of migrants coming across the southern border illegally from China, the Middle East, and Russia, McGraw argued. It's incredibly narcissistic to think these people are coming across our southern border just because they're in the neighborhood, he said. They're coming in here with an agenda. The number of Chinese migrants crossing the southern border has soared from an estimated 1,100 between 2010 and 2020 to 33,000 in the first 11 months of 2023. McGraw said, many of these migrants are military-aged men, yet no one is monitoring to them to see where they are going or what they're doing in the U.S. And he states this, I'll promise you, they are expected to do certain things. Are they spying? Are they sending seeds back from farming to China? Are they getting plans in the industries they're working in? Who knows what they're doing? And we need to know, he argued. They're good questions. Are they spying for the Communist Party? Well, if Alejandro Mayorkas was doing his job, we might actually know. But instead, they've only caught 37,000. Imagine how many gotaways. They don't know. There's millions of gotaways, by the way, under the Biden administration. I think it was 1.5 or 1.7 million. Last time I checked, of all nationalities, we don't know. They got away. But how many got away that could potentially be spies or, as he say, farming seeds, bringing seeds back from farming to China or whatever, gaining intel and information? What else could they do? Good question. But the Republicans don't think, many, at least the three, don't think that, well, we need to impeach the guy. In fact, there's even Republicans right now who support this new false border security package that the Senate threw at the House. I mean, it's stupid. By the way, they say, oh, we're only going to allow 5,000 illegal immigrants in, and then, we're going to close the border. But here's a kicker that I just read in the bill, this security bill that actually the mainstream media is not telling you yet again. That's why you should subscribe to the channel. But hey, guess what's in this bill as well? I already went over the whole thing, but I'm going to add something. That 5,000 does not include the 5,000, let me put it this way, the 5,000 that comes in before they close it only includes illegal immigrants coming from China and Mexico. Yeah, that's it. If they come from any other country, China, Venezuela, the Middle East, they don't count in the 5,000. Oh, and Mayorkas, by the way, said that he can exempt anyone and anybody he wants in those counts. In other words, you're never going to get an accurate number. And it's on purpose, literally on purpose. We are living in absolute crazy times, folks. We truly are. The fact that even Democrats are crying about the border and yet they're not even doing anything. It's just absurd. And the fact that these people are coming in, we don't have places for them to stay. We don't have places for them to go. They just throw money at them and give them temporary housing and we're good. We got you in. Hopefully you can vote in the United States of America. That's the Democrat way. That's what they want. But anyway, wanted to bring all of this to you, and because I think it's an important fact we need to know, especially in light of potential war and God forbid. And by the way, I think obviously there's good people coming in from all countries and bad people coming in. There's both sides, right? The sad truth is they're not being properly vetted, so we have no idea who's the good and who's the bad and what they're after. Anyhow, I love all of you. As a quick reminder, I really want to encourage you, if you want to be in for the long ride and you don't want to be brainwashed by the mainstream media or here, this is only free. This YouTube channel and all these YouTube channels are only free because they select the information they send out. That's why it's so important to click that all button. But anyway, get to restrictedrepublic.com. I'm going to extend for another 24 hours our huge special. You can get it for $48 per year. Use the coupon code, the number 4 and the number 8. Use 48. And that's on the annual rate. So check it out. Go to restrictedrepublic.com today. Anyhow, I love all of you. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.